Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, folks, here we are making another video today. This is a highly requested video. I'm just gonna go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. You've seen the thumbnail, Lee Harvey Oswald. It's just the fact that everyone's done it. So I have to find a way to put a new spin on it. Maybe make some of y'all want to watch it. This tombstone is infamous. There's more to this headstone than meets the eye. I was going to do a video on Oswald and go down to the book depository and the whole thing, and we're not going to do that. We're going to do something a little bit different. So the headline to this story is that finally the assassin of a U.S. president, his gravestone has found its way back to Texas. That's kind of the story, right? Everyone knows Lee Harvey Oswald, he gunned down John F. Kennedy in 1963. He's buried here at Shannon Rose Hill Cemetery in Fort Worth, Texas. So what people don't know is that Lee Harvey Oswald's original headstone years ago was stolen by some teenagers. It's like a 130-pound granite stone. They took it out of the ground, stole it, it was recovered. The police found it and eventually turned it back over to Oswald's mother, who then stowed it in her basement for years and years. When she passed away, there was a nightclub owner here in town named David Card. He bought the house, and when he bought it, everything in the house that belonged, I think her name is Marguerite Oswald. But she died in 1981, and all of her possessions in the house went with the house sale, and he then inherited it. One of David Card's relatives ended up getting possession of the stone, and the stone ended up on a display, and it was in like a historic auto attraction museum located, I'm pretty sure it was in a little town north of Chicago is where it actually was. But anyhow, Card ended up suing and getting the stone back. The settlement never was disclosed on what took place as far as any type of transactions or whatever. Card said that he was going to hand it over to the Kennedy Assassination Museum. I'm having trouble talking, folks. I'm sorry. It's really cold out. And if you know about that, your mouth doesn't work as well and it stays dry. I've done the chapstick. My buddy Scott on tape is a big chapstick guy.
That's right, Big. I am a chapstick guy, as you just put it. And these were in my pocket a second ago, but I pulled them out to show you. I usually carry one with me. Since I was 9 years old, I've always carried chapstick. And it's usually only cherry chapstick, but nowadays the company Chapstick, as you call it, makes so many different so many different flavors. Aloha coconut. Bam. Vanilla icing, my favorite. Bam. Oh, this is vanilla mint. Bam. And we got peppermint. It's all right. It's good. All right. So I don't know what you're talking about, but loose lips get lubed. Lubed lips sink ships. Dude, what are you talking about? But chapstick is the best. Look at these lips. You can sleep on them. Soft, cushiony. That's a weird smell.
So Card said he might hand it over to the Kennedy Assassination Museum, which ironically is in the same building as where Oswald hid out when he fired at the Kennedy motorcade as it drove through downtown Dallas. Oswald himself, he was slain just 2 days later. Once again, we know this story. I'm talking about a story we already know. Oswald himself was slain, killed, shot by Jack Ruby 2 days later at the police headquarters in Dallas by Jack Ruby, who, like Card, ironically, was a nightclub owner. Wonder if there's any connection there, I wonder. Just so y'all know, I am going to be working on a Kennedy video, but it's going to be more of a series. That story is way too big to do in one shot like this. And I just had to come out here and see the grave, and I wanted to do a video on it. Why not, right? It's just one of those graves that you come to Dallas. When you say Dallas, Kennedy, Oswald, Jack Ruby, cowboys, there's certain things that just go with that name. We're going to ease over towards Oswald's grave now. I'm going to show you Nick Beef. I'm going to show you his stone next to it. We're going to wrap this one up. All right, we're going to go over here and see Oswald's grave right now. I got a few more little fun facts for y'all while we're headed over here. Internet is just a wealth of knowledge, you know? Yeah, so Oswald, one of the things about him, that's his grave there with the little flags on it, which I find a little bit ironic that somebody would put American flags on his grave. But Oswald, he was shot and killed in Dallas, as everybody knows, but you know, no cemetery there would claim him. After word had got out that his body had been transferred to Miller Funeral Home in Fort Worth, an angry crowd gathered outside. Fearing violence, officials secretly arranged Oswald's burial here in Shannon Rose Hill Cemetery. To avoid publicity, the preparations for Oswald's funeral were made using a false name, a pseudonym, so that the gravediggers wouldn't spill the beans. Isn't it crazy that, you know, Elvis, whenever he passed away down in Memphis, down near where I live at, people were trying to steal his body. It's crazy that people do stuff like that. Another little fun fact about Oswald is that, you know, who in the heck would want to carry this guy to the grave? You know, he had no family, and they couldn't find any pallbearers for him. So due to the extreme secrecy surrounding Oswald's burial, the only people that could possibly carry him would be federal agents, police, or a crowd of reporters. And that's exactly why members of the press wound up carrying Lee Harvey Oswald's body in a coffin to his burial plot, which is right there in front of us. And another thing that throws me off is this a footstone or a headstone? Nick Beef, there's no one in this grave right here, but there's no room here for a body to be there. It's only like 3.5 feet. So it'd have to be the bodies would be up here. Like I say, Nick's is empty, but Oswald's is not. There has to be a footstone. His body has to be up here like this. I wouldn't think it would be down here. There's a grave here, and there's a body. You can see the impression right here. So that's a footstone for sure. So I guess when you walk up here to the grave, you're not actually standing on his body. Standing over his grave, I don't guess. But that is the grave. And again, the American flags around his grave do tick me off a little bit. But I'm not going to be the one to remove them. October the 18th, 1939 to November the 24th, 1963. Lee Harvey Oswald and Nick Beef. And with that, I'm out of here. I got about 8 more stories to film this weekend. I just wanted to show you all that. I'm here, do a video. I'm back, people. I've been out of the game for a while. I've had a lot of family stuff going on, and I'm gonna release this video first. Y'all are gonna be like, man, this dude's been gone 7 months and putting out crap. I'm not putting out crap. This is just something to throw back up for y'all. I've got about 25 videos filmed. I've got to get back into it. I've been out of the game. Like I said, I've had family members that have been sick, or a family member in particular that's been sick. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff for, and to be totally honest with you, when you get stressed out and life starts lifing you, sometimes stuff like this can get hard to process. This is a very creative hobby. You gotta, we film, we spend the money, we travel, we have to edit, we have to do all this stuff on our own, man. And sometimes it gets to be too much, to be honest. But we're back. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. I've got about 10 videos this weekend I'm trying to do. And y'all like, share, and subscribe. Mainly subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Oswald did it? That'd be a hell of a conversation to start up in the comments. Do you think he did it? I don't know, man. Our current president, very current president, just signed papers to release some of the documents, so maybe we'll see some of that. Anyways, catch y'all later. Bye.